On August 13, 2023, Tustin, California, two young men, Lucas Carr and Ben Daniels, are captured on CCTV loitering in a parking lot for nearly an hour in Lucas's Volkswagen Jetta before departing unnoticed. This seemingly innocuous event serves as the grim prologue to an impending murder spree. Presented in a pseudo-documentary style, the film combines fictional interviews, police reports, and dramatic reenactments to explore the psychological motivations and the impact of Lucas and Ben's heinous actions. Through varying perspectives, detectives, family members of victims, journalists, and survivors, the narrative unveils the chilling escalation of horror orchestrated by the duo. Lucas emerges as the cunning mastermind, articulate, self-assured, and disturbingly composed. He meticulously devises their violent campaign, contemplating all conceivable outcomes. In stark contrast, Ben is portrayed as hesitant and insecure, grappling with moral doubt while remaining loyal to Lucas's lead. Their initial plan appears modest, ambushing isolated individuals in serene suburban locales under the shroud of night. However, their violence rapidly intensifies as they seek to make a mark on a society they perceive as complacent and hypocritical. Each crime unfolds into a spectacle documented and shared online, gaining traction among fringe internet communities that develop a cult-like admiration for their actions. As detectives grapple with the seemingly random brutality, they find themselves perplexed by the killer's cruelty. The vicious duo leaves behind enigmatic messages, quotes from horror films, philosophical musings, and distorted audio recordings, transforming their spree into a grotesque game. A chilling layer to the film is introduced as Lucas and Ben meticulously document their crimes, providing self-narration that resembles the making of a horror film. This meta-commentary challenges viewers to examine their complicity in consuming violence as entertainment. As public anxiety amplifies, so does the pressure on law enforcement agencies. Investigations lead them towards Southern California college campuses, horror fan forums, and local news outlets. Interviews with classmates and neighbors reveal a disturbing insight into two intelligent yet isolated young men fixated on horror media and disillusioned with contemporary life. In time, Ben begins to crack under pressure. He expresses misgivings in his journal, displays stuttering during recordings, and ultimately attempts to withdraw from their murderous activities. Yet Lucas remains resolute. In a spine-chilling climax, their relationship deteriorates into betrayal. Lucas murders Ben, filming it as the ultimate scene of their self-created horror narrative. The film concludes with Lucas's arrest, depicting him calmly editing footage on his laptop in a motel room. The final moments oscillate between his trial, where he displays chilling apathy, and snippets of the horrific content they produced together. The closing shot freezes on Lucas's eerie smile directed at the camera, suggesting an unsettling awareness of his impending infamy. Ultimately, American Scream serves as a harrowing reflection on violence, the allure of horror media, and the disturbing intersections of reality and entertainment, prompting viewers to confront unsettling questions about their own relationship with violence. The film begins with a grainy video clip and narration recounting the events of August 13, 2023. Surveillance footage introduces Lucas Carr and Ben Daniels parked in a Volkswagen Jetta in Tustin, California. At first glance, they seem like ordinary teens passing time, but the narrator ominously reveals that this is the night they embark on a murder spree. As the narrative develops, a series of recorded conversations between Lucas and Ben highlight their differing attitudes toward their impending violence. Lucas emerges as the strategist, calmly outlining plans and rationalizing their choices, while Ben portrays the reluctant accomplice, voicing hesitations about their intentions. Their exchanges unveil a distinct power imbalance, with Lucas manipulating Ben into submission. The film escalates as the duo initiates their violent descent. Cloaked by night, they stalk their first victim, a solitary jogger in a quiet neighborhood. The attack is jarring and brutal, yet the film deliberately refrains from depicting graphic violence. Instead, it focuses on the atmospheric sounds, the victim's panic, and the emotional aftermath between the two perpetrators. Back in their car, Ben struggles with the gravity of their actions, expressing doubt and anxiety about what they've done. Lucas exhibits a disturbing nonchalance, framing their acts as an experiment that challenges societal norms and morals. He speaks about the monotony of everyday life and his urging desire to create something unforgettable. Despite his discomfort, Ben follows along, feeling numb and uncertain about how to escape their escalating situation. The narrative interweaves police interviews, news segments, and fictional podcast excerpts discussing the ongoing murders. As the body count rises, public fear amplifies. A journalist closely tracks the case, positing a potential link between the killings and the horror film community. This meta-commentary on slasher films adds depth, suggesting the killers draw inspiration from horror conventions and cult classics. As their confidence grows, Lucas and Ben trespass into a suburban home, installing hidden cameras. The subsequent day reveals the family's tragic demise, yet the film avoids depicting the act itself, opting instead to showcase haunting footage viewed by law enforcement. This surreal aftermath, a living room scattered with children's toys and glimpses captured in grainy night vision, heightens the horror of their actions. One of the most disturbing segments features Lucas directly addressing the camera to expound on themes of fear, control, and narrative power. He likens their spree to writing a script in blood, blurring the lines between reality and a slasher film. His calm demeanor starkly contrasts the horror he describes, underscoring his sociopathic detachment and chilling worldview. Through a blend of haunting visuals and unsettling dialogue, the film captures a penetrating exploration of violence, morality, and the allure of horror, leading audiences to confront not only the darkness within the protagonists but their own fascinations with violence and voyeurism. As the narrative unfolds, the psychological tension builds, sparking contemplation about societal desensitization to violence and the blurred lines between fiction and reality in our understanding of horror. Ben begins to document his thoughts in a journal, providing voiceover excerpts that reveal his escalating fear and inner turmoil. He contemplates his friendship with Lucas, reflective of their mutual disillusionment and how their lives have spiraled into chaos. Ben's entries suggest a longing to withdraw from their dangerous activities, yet he is paralyzed by his fear of Lucas and the hold he has over him. A pivotal moment occurs when Ben and Lucas attempt to kidnap a woman at a gas station. She manages to escape, providing vivid testimony that serves as the police's first credible lead. Investigators begin to connect the duo to a series of unsolved crimes through security footage and digital evidence. Lucas, realizing the law is on their trail, oscillates between panic and exhilaration, perceiving this as the peak of their shared narrative. As the situation intensifies, Ben's reluctance grows, resulting in a tense confrontation. He tries to leave during a quiet moment in a motel room, only to be caught by Lucas. The encounter quickly escalates. With a knife in hand, Lucas employs psychological manipulation, pleading, coaxing, and ultimately threatening Ben. Terrified, Ben succumbs and chooses to stay, leading to an unsettling silence as they sit together in the darkness. The climax of their criminal escapade unfolds during a Halloween party where they don masks and blend in before unleashing chaos through a violent rampage. The atmosphere is charged with screams, flashing lights, and the ensuing panic. In a moment of moral clarity, Ben hesitates and ultimately saves a young girl by redirecting Lucas, allowing her a chance to escape. This act symbolizes his final act of defiance against Lucas's control. Upon discovering Ben's betrayal, Lucas's rage culminates in a brutal act. He murders Ben. He later records a final video, darkly asserting that Ben wasn't strong enough to finish the film, illustrating the deep-rooted psychological conflict between them. During the climax of his twisted narrative, Lucas is ultimately apprehended. He is found alone in a dingy motel room, engaged in editing the footage of their crimes. The film concludes with disturbing courtroom footage where Lucas, representing himself, transforms the trial into a performance art. His articulate discourse touches on themes of fear, fame, and the power of narrative, leaving an unsettling impact on the courtroom. Despite interruptions from the judge, Lucas delivers a haunting line that encapsulates the film's essence: what's scarier, the scream or the silence after? In the final scenes, a montage merges clips from the killer's recordings with iconic moments from classic horror films. Lucas's smiling visage freezes momentarily before fading to black. The screen is punctuated by an ominous message that reads, "Inspired by true fears," leaving viewers to reflect on the chilling reality of fear and the darkness that can exist within human nature. This ending amplifies the psychological depth and horror elements woven throughout the narrative, emphasizing the unsettling impact of their actions. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.